Hi neighbors, welcome to my channel. My name is Jerry Ellen and I appreciate that you're here. I hope that you're all doing well. I really do hope that. Today's video I made a beautiful comforting dish. If you like cabbage rolls, you're really going to like this. You're going to want to make it. It's unstuffed cabbage roll casserole. It's very tasty, very, like I said, very comforting. Also in this video I want to share just a little clip of what we did this weekend and what we saw. It's just a short clip. It's not a very long video today, but it's a good one. So I hope that you stick around and I hope that you enjoy it. Okay, neighbors, let's get into making this unstuffed cabbage roll casserole. In my electric fry pan there, I have 1 pound of ground beef that I'm adding a little bit of salt to. You do that to taste, of course. And I'm going to also add a bit of pepper because salt and pepper, it's a great marriage. They get along really well, so why not, right? You can use ground turkey or ground chicken if you prefer. You want a lighter option, of course, go ahead and do that. So now, what else do we have here? Well, first of all, before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to brown this meat up a bit. And also, I want to make sure that I thank you for being here because without you, I would not have a channel. So I appreciate every single one of you that are here today and every single one of you that came to my channel in the past. And hopefully, you will come back in the future. Okay, now I'm going to add 1 medium chopped onion, and that's whatever you think a medium onion is, or if you don't even want onion, you don't have to put it in because I don't judge anybody. Now, after the onion, I'm going to add a medium chopped green bell pepper. In some parts of the world, it's called capsicum, so I'm adding that to the dish as well. Okay, now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of summer savory, or you can add a teaspoon of dried thyme if you don't have summer savory. That's a good substitute. And also going to add 3 cloves of minced garlic. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of smoked paprika, or you can use the sweet paprika. I'm using smoked paprika. You can easily change up these spices to your liking. Neighbors, I have a lovely friend that comes to visit me here and leaves wonderful comments. And she was telling me that her husband actually likes a minute rice. So I'm going to give you 2 ways of making this. How to make it with minute rice. I went out and got some. That's what I'm going to use today in this recipe. And how to use it with the regular rice. Because the measurements change just a titch for if you're using minute rice or if you're using already cooked rice. Okay, now I'm going to add a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, yeah, I put it in the beef stock or the beef broth that I have over there and just added it to it. Okay, so I'm using the minute rice. So I'm going to use 1 cup of the minute rice. I'm not going to cook it first. I'm just going to add it to the pan with the ground beef. If I was using regular rice, I would cook a half a cup of it to make 1 cup of cooked rice. So if you're using minute rice, just use a cup of it. Don't cook it first. If you want to use a long grain white rice, cook a half a cup of it to make a whole cooked cup and add it to it, okay? Yeah, I just wanted to say that part, and there will be one other difference in a minute. But now I'm adding a chopped up, I'm using a half of a medium cabbage. You can use a whole medium cabbage, but I figured a half was enough for Graham and I and for the pan that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to saute, fry up, I should say, the cabbage with everything now until the cabbage gets softened. I'm adding a little bit more salt and pepper to this, but until the cabbage gets softened, that'll take about 5 to 8 minutes of stirring it up once in a while in the frying pan with the ground beef and everything. Okay, that's all finished frying up. I'm going to add it to my 9x13 casserole dish. And I'm going to mix all the other things that are going to happen right in the dish here. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 177 degrees Celsius, or you could just put it to 180 degrees Celsius. And now I'm going to add my 1 cup of minute rice and mix that through. And now I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to use 540 milliliter can of diced tomatoes, and that's like around 18 ounces. And mix that through. And I'm going to add the same amount with tomato sauce. Or if you want it, you can use tomato soup, because that tastes great in this as well. So I'm just going to add the 540 mils worth of tomato sauce, or about 18 ounces. And I'm washing out my can with the broth. If you're using 1 cup of cooked long grain white rice and not the minute rice, you add 1 cup of beef broth. If you're using the minute rice, 1 cup of uncooked minute rice, you're going to add 1.5 cups of beef broth to this, okay? But please don't worry, I have the recipe in the description box under the video. I also make a link for you all so that it can take you to a downloadable, printable recipe if you so wanted to do that, or save it on your computer or what have you. I'm also adding, you can add 1 cup to 2 cups of mozzarella, grated mozzarella cheese to the top of this. This is optional. I just decided that I would do it, but you don't need to add any cheese if you don't want to. But 1 cup to 2 cups. And I'm going to cover my casserole with foil wrap, and I'm going to pop that into the oven. I just wanted to share a little bit of what we did this weekend. Hubby took me to the kissing bridge, and yes, he gave me a kiss when we went through the kissing bridge. It's a lovely covered bridge near us, and we just wanted to share that. And also, look at this little guy that we saw. He was just enjoying eating some grass, as cute as can be. And yeah, I think he got away on a farmer there. And neighbors, I let this cook with the foil on it for 20-25 minutes. And then I removed the foil and I baked it for an additional in my oven, I baked it for an additional 15, maybe a little more. You can go anywhere between 10-15 minutes, but I left it on a little bit longer than that. And this is what we have. It's a pan of deliciousness. Where do I begin with how good this is? It's nice and hearty, having the rice in there. Great late fall, winter dish. It's very tasty. It's comforting. I actually like the cheese on top. I know that when I make my cabbage rolls, I don't add cheese to my cabbage rolls, but this was really, really good. 2 thumbs up for sure. And neighbors, I made my mother's cabbage rolls that we make every year over the holidays. I made on the channel. I definitely want to link that here at the end of this video. I hope that you watch it. I got tips in there for you on how to roll the cabbage rolls, easy way to make them, and they are so good. Anyway, peace, love, and God bless. You take care, and I'll see you in the next one.